Salt fingers. Salt fingers are phenomena caused by double diffusion from the heat and mass transfer. Let's start with the basic concept of diffusion. So, what is diffusion? It arises due to the presence of a concentration gradient when mass transfer from high concentration to a lower concentration, just like how you can smell someone's perfume from across the room. This is the governing equation of mass transfer showing the relationship between rate of accumulation, rate of production, and gradient of flux. But we don't need to get into too much detail about this. For now, let's move on to heat transfer. There are three types of heat transfer: radiation, convection, and conduction. We all know that heat moves from a warm object to a cool object. This is why you can feel so cold after shower. This is the governing equation for heat transfer, but we don't need to get into the details of it right now. Let's start our experiment. First, we need some materials. We need a cold water, boiled water, sponge, tank, salt, spoon, and purple dye. The first experiment is isotonic diffusion. Isotonic means that there is no concentration gradient, so for us it means there's no salt, just cold water and hot water. Let's set up the experiment. We prepare for the hot water, added few drops purple dye, place a sponge on the top of cold water, and slowly pour the prepared solution and observe what happens. Notice on the hot solution floats on top of the cold water. This is because cold water is denser than hot water, which is why hot water has a tendency to rise in cold waters. Our second experiment is isothermal diffusion. Isothermal means there is no temperature gradient. In our experiment, we'll find out what happens if you pour cold salty water on top of cold fresh water. Now let's set up the experiment. Take some water from the tank and put salt and dye into it and stir it until the salt completely dissolved. Now place the sponge in a tank of cold fresh water and pour your solution on the top. Look at the salty mixture immediately sink to the bottom. This is because salty water is denser than fresh water, so has a tendency to diffuse downward. Our final experiment is double diffusion, where we have both heat and mass transfer gradients. What will happen when we pour hot salty water on the top of cold pressure water? So this time, in order to make both temperature and concentration gradients, we are going to use hot salty water, add a pinch of salt and few purple dye, and stir until salt is dissolved. Next, slowly pour on sponge located top of the water tank and hot salty mixture. And you can see the formation of salt fingers moving to downward in all top of water tank, especially right side. If I understand these basic concepts of heat and mass transfer, you can understand phenomena that occur in the world around you. Salt fingers often occur in the ocean when water evaporates off the top, creating a warmer salty layer. These naturally occurring salt fingers might affect aquatic life. We hope you enjoyed this video and learned something today. Thank you.